Whether you're making an RPG or simply a game with RPG elements, shooter, life sim, or a card game, you might be interested in showing damage numbers during combat. Let me hit you with the text so you can implement them in just a few short minutes. Let's go though. In my opinion, there's two good ways to implement damage numbers. We can make a component that will be added to scenes that want to use damage numbers and then make it react to damage through the power of duck typing. Or we can make an autoloaded manager that will allow us to call a function to display the damage number from any script. And we're gonna go with the latter option because it seems more straightforward to me. If you think another approach would be better, do let me know in the comments. Let's create a new script and call it damagenumbers.gd. Let's make it autoloaded by going into Project, Project Settings, Autoload tab, and clicking on this folder icon here. Then we can choose our damagenumbers.gd script and click on Add. This means our damage numbers script is going to be available from every other script in our game. We're only going to need a single function, which is going to be called displayNumber, and it's going to take in a value of type int, position of type vector2, and is critical of type boolean, which is going to default to false. Value is the damage number we're going to show, position is where we're going to show it, and is critical is going to be used to color the number red to accentuate when critical hits happen. Let's make the number by writing var number equals label.new. Let's set the number's global position to position, the number's text to string function of value, the number's z-index to 5 so it's in front of other sprites, and the number's label settings to label settings.new. We're gonna use the label settings to set up the font's color and style and also its outline. And speaking of color, let's determine the color of the font. We're gonna start by writing var color equals and in quotation marks #fff, which means the default color is going to be completely white. Then we're gonna check if is critical, in which case we're going to set color to #b22, which is a red color. Then let's check if value is equal to 0, in which case color is going to be set to #fff8, which is a transparent white. Then let's set the font color by writing number.labelsettings.fontColor equals color. Let's also set the size by writing number.labelsettings.fontSize equal 18. We can also add an outline by writing number.labelsettings.outlineColor equals #000, which is going to be black, and writing number.labelsettings.outlineSize equals 1. Then we're gonna write call deferred add child number to add it as a child of our singleton damage numbers scene. Okay, so now our damage number looks like this, and now we want to animate it springing up and falling back down. Before we start animating though, I just want to set its pivot offset to its middle, but because the number isn't added to the scene yet, it doesn't have a size, so we have to await number.resized. Then we can write number.pivotoffset equals vector2 number.size over 2. We're gonna use a tween to animate it, so let's write var tween equals get3.createTween. Then let's make the animations run in parallel by writing tween.setParallelTrue. Let's write tween.tweenProperty, and then we have to specify which object we're changing, that is number, then which property, that is going to be in quotation marks position : y, then the final value, which is going to be number.position.y minus 24, and the duration of the animation, which is going to be 0.25 seconds. This will make the number animate going up by 24 pixels in 0.25 seconds. And we can also make the animation look a bit more natural by writing .setEase and choosing tween.easeOut. Now let's make the animation of the number falling back down. We're gonna write tween.tweenProperty number position : y number.position.y 0.5 seconds. .setEase tween.easeIn .setDelay 0.25. The delay will make this falling down animation happen right after the springing up animation stops. And the last thing we want to animate is the number scaling down to 0. So we're gonna write tween.tween property again, number, scale, vector2.0, 0.25 seconds, dot set ease, tween.easeIn, dot set delay 0.5 seconds. And finally, we're going to await tween.finished, after which we're going to call number.queue_free to destroy the number. To show you how to use the damage numbers singleton, I have this big ghost scene here. I'm going to add a new node 2D to it and name it damage numbers origin. This isn't necessary, but it's going to help me position where I want the damage numbers to come from. So I'm going to position the damage numbers origin node above the sprite's head. In my big ghost script, first I'm gonna get the damage numbers origin from the scene. Then I'll find the function in which the damage this enemy is taking is being calculated. And in my case, it's going to be this onHurtBoxAreaEntered function. It takes in this hitbox from which I can get the damage, and I can also calculate if it was a critical hit with this line here. Here I reduce the health by the damage taken, and right after it I want to show the damage number. So I'm going to write damage numbers.displayNumber and pass in the damage numbers origin.globalPosition, and is critical. And this one line is all it takes. Regardless of how you set up your damage system, all you have to do is call damage numbers.displayNumber and it can be accessed from any script. If you like this video and want to take your Godot game even further, check out this playlist of more short form Godot tutorials. Thank you for watching.